we're out here in our backyard and we've got the tent set up. We've got our pads down and our sleeping bags out. We've had some people asking what we use when we're out on trail, and here it is. We've got the Big Agnes Copper Spur UL2. As always, that's our go-to tent here. It's got a few patch spots. You've got some duct tape in some spots where it's been eaten through or stuck through. And inside the tent, we've got our sleeping bags. And that's Jammz bag on the right. It's the green one. That is the Western Mountaineering Versalite 10 degree. Mine is on the left in red. And that is the Western Mountaineering Alpenlight 20 degree. We both carry the Cocoon pillow. It's a blow-up pillow. Jammz has hers set up there. A lot of people say just use your clothes, whatever. That's one of our luxury items. Underneath our bags, we have our Thermarest Neo Air X-Therm sleep pads. And this is Jammz inside the tent. I think we got
perfect for me.
Jammz is 5'6", and I'm 6'3". I think this tent has 88 inches of length inside. She's got plenty of room.
I can straighten my leg all the way out.
Yeah, you can. And you don't. Your feet don't even touch the bottom, do they?
Nope. But this is big enough for us. This is what we used on the AT and on the JMT in Patagonia. Every trip we've taken so far.
Yep.
So we've got enough room to both be in here at the same time. And of course there's Bullet, and she likes to get in with us too. She loves tent and sleeping bag time. All right, so here's Toast. So he's got enough room in there. His sometimes his head's right on the top, but it's very comfortable for him. Got plenty of room to stretch out. His legs go all the way down. Your legs don't hit the bottom either, do they?
Well, with my shoes they do. Be like right here.
So this is plenty of room for us. When you're looking at it side by side, since we have the same sleep setup, they kind of just go next to each other and fit perfectly. And we also opted for our sleeping bags to zip together. So mine is a right zip, his is a left zip. With Western Mountaineering, you have the option to zip them together, which is pretty cool. Everything's pretty tight in there, so nothing really moves around. So yeah, that's our tent sleep system setup. Alright, so let's talk about what's in my pack. First thing, carry on the outside is my Thermarest Z-Seat. We like to call it our Zeets. It's just a nice luxury item to have on trail. Instead of sitting on rocks and on big logs all the time, just adds a little bit more comfort and cushion. So that's nice to have around camp or at lunch on a break. Also, got my food bag here, which if you have seen on social media recently, Bullet here decided she wanted to chew a hole in mine. So this is a Z-Packs food bag. I'll be ordering another one from them because I love this thing so much, so I'm going to replace it. It's absolutely fantastic. You just roll the top down. It comes with a carabiner already on it, so you just tie your bear rope, which we use their bear rope as well from Z-Packs. Tie it up, hoist it over a tree, and you're good to go for the night. Next is my Patagonia Nano Puff hoodie. This is the only jacket I ever take on trail with me. I have used it on every hike we've been on, in all sorts of weather, in snow, and hail, and rain, and sleet, and tons of wind. And I've always been warm. I do layer under this with a base layer, sometimes definitely a mid layer, and it keeps me really, really cozy warm. So in this jacket, I think is only about 11.5 ounces, so it's pretty lightweight for a lot of insulation and a lot of warmth. So here is the latest addition to my gear setup. This is the OR Helium 2 rain jacket. This one is only 5.5 ounces. I have the small. It fits me perfectly. It doesn't have pit zips or pockets on the front, but it works wonderfully for a rain jacket for hiking. Just keeps you dry, keeps everything under you dry. So saved a lot of weight from my old, really, really heavy North Face jacket that I had on the Appalachian Trail. So if you haven't checked this one out, please do. It's a good one. All right, so let's talk about stuff sacks. On AT, I had all Sea to Summit Ultra Sil stuff sacks for like my toiletries, my emergency kit, and my electronics. And I didn't realize how much weight they were. I was able to cut almost half a pound of my pack weight just by switching to the Z-Packs mini stuff sacks. These things are on their website, say 0.11 ounces. So I was able to save, like I said, I think a half a pound, which is crazy. So I've got one for my electronics. This is all the electronics I carry no matter how long the trip is, plus my solar charger, which stays on my pack. This is my toiletries, any medicine I need, all in here. And then I have one for my emergency kit too. So, and that's it. No extra stuff sacks, no extra weight. Easy way to cut. So, last couple things. This is my very empty clothes bag. This is a Z-Packs stuff sack. It's a medium size. So, again, super lightweight. All my clothes, no matter how long a trip is, fit right in here. You don't need to carry anything heavy, and you don't need a lot of clothes a lot of times. That's where most people overpack, so keep that in mind when you're planning your trip. And then I have my Z-Packs wallet that I take on trips, which is kind of fat right now because I also use it when I'm at home every day. So, waterproof, great, super durable. This is my pack towel. This is a Sea to Summit pocket towel. I think this is an extra small size. This is the only towel I take on trips. Just nice to have. Clean yourself off, wash yourself off in a stream. And then my pack cover, which I usually just stuff down in the front of my pack so it's easily accessible. Again, this is a Z-Packs rain cover. I was carrying an Osprey pack cover that was really heavy, so another great place to cut your weight down. We've already talked about our sleep setup, our tent. Toast usually carries most of the tent. I try to help as much as I can. I usually carry the Rainfly. That's pretty much it. Unless I'm going on a solo trip, then I carry everything myself. And then I wanted to give you all this little tip that I just found out. This is really awesome. I don't normally carry my glasses on trips. I wear contacts. I usually carry just an extra pair of contacts, duct taped the containers together, so it's a lightweight option. But I had to carry my glasses on our Patagonia trip, and I had this big, huge, bulky case that I hated. So I went to the eye doctor the other day, and I just asked them, hey, do you have any super lightweight, ultralight cases for glasses? So this is what he gave me. You can see that on video. It's clear. It's super durable, though. It's a really, really hard plastic, and it's got a little piece of foam inside to help. But I weighed it, and I think it's 0.1 ounces, which is crazy. So if you're looking for it, I think I swallowed a bug. Excuse me. All right, so if you're looking for a really lightweight case, go to your eye doctor and just ask them. They gave this to me for free, and it's 0.1 ounces. So last couple things in my pack. I've got my Black Diamond Spot headlamp. 200 lumens seems to be more than enough for anything that we use it for, even night hiking and around camp in the dark. Got a bug net. Took this on the JMT, and actually, since we went in September, never had to use it, which was phenomenal. But it's just a Sea to Summit insect shield bug head net. And then, lastly, I'll do another video that talks about my electronics specifically, what gear I carry, what cameras I use, how I do my videos and editing. Also, I usually carry a Sawyer mini filter, which I don't have with me right now. And then the last thing is this stuff sack here, which really funny story behind it. I recently went on an all-women's camping trip that I led up in Cloudland Canyon State Park, and everybody wanted to know how this big sleeping bag fit in this bag, and I showed them all, and it was really, really funny. So look at your stuff sack options. That's a big takeaway from this video. You don't need a heavy compression stuff sack for your sleeping bag. Ours are down, so we wanted to have something to keep them safe from the water. So it's a roll top. Once you put it in here and you roll it down and cinch it, it's totally safe. No water can get to it. So this goes in here in this medium Z-Packs roll top bag and keeps it dry. All right, so that's all that I carry in my pack. If I've left anything out, I will put it under this video. And I have been using Eric the Black's gear planner, which has been really convenient. And I've got that all typed up and ready to go with all the pricing on everything, all of the weight on everything, and the description, sizes. So I will post that on our website at toastandjams.com for you to check out. And if you have any questions, feel free to email us or comment on the YouTube video. Also, you may be wondering if you're watching this video, what about my pack? I carry the Osprey Aura 50 right now. This small is a 47 liter. So that's definitely something I'm looking to upgrade because my pack weighs 3 pounds. So cut a lot of weight down. If I change my pack out, get an ultralight pack, then I'm looking at just over a pound for my pack, all my packing stuff. So I could cut it down, cut it 2 pounds at least. So that is to come.
Hey, it's Toast here. Want to tell you a little bit about what I carry in my backpack. First of all, I carry the ULA Circuit, pretty standard. I also carry a Z, just like Jammz does. Good for wet logs, rocky surfaces, and it basically weighs nothing. Also carry a pack towel, similar style towel. I've got my rain cover, my pack cover.
Because he likes to keep his all neat and folded and put away.
My gaiters, which I would usually wear. In my side pocket with my water bottle here, I usually carry our platypus. It's a little over 2 liters. If we get to a decent water source at camp, after we set up, I'll run down there, grab a couple liters or more, and just have this at camp ready so we can use it for cooking and then to fill up for the next day. Let's see what I got in here. My stuff sacks. This is my Z-Pack stuff sack with my toiletries and my emergency kit. So just one bag for both. And this small mini stuff sack as well has all my electronics, just my power cords and my GoPro accessories go in that little one. Just a teeny little stuff sack, carries all my clothes, even for cold weather. You don't really need much. I have this stuff sack here. This is similar to Jammz's. We use these to stuff our sleeping bags in. Mine's a 6'6" Western Mountaineering Alpenlight, 20-degree bag, and it fits in this stuff sack no problems. I can squish it down, Velcro, roll top, snap, and it's fairly waterproof. And then I have the same similar bear bag, food bag from Z-Packs. Same jacket. This is the Nano Puff jacket. It's an extra large in black. When I layer this with, a mid layer, my base and a mid layer, we've been in some pretty cold weather, in the teens or lower, with wind and rain, and it's kept me perfectly dry and warm. And speaking of dry, I have the Outdoor Research Helium 2 jacket. I had the Marmot Precip jacket prior to this, and it was just heavy and bulky, and I sweated a lot, even with the pit zips. I just needed something really lightweight, and it doesn't have any front pockets for your hands, which is kind of a downside, but when you're hiking, you don't really care. You just want to not be drenched, and this does the job, and it packs down really, really small, and it is an extra large. So, and in my hip belt pockets, I carry the Sawyer Mini. We both do. We both carry one of these each. And I also have a Black Diamond Spot, the 2016 version. Nothing fancy, bright enough for what we need, night hiking and whatnot, and it does the job. And I also carry these trekking poles. They're the Black Diamond Carbon Cork trekking poles. I've had these since I started backpacking. Really prefer the cork grip. I've used the black grips before, the kind of the foamy fabric grips. I don't know what you call them. I guess they're foam. But when you sweat a lot, that black foam kind of crumbles off into your hands, gets your hands black, and it kind of corrodes, which is why I like the cork better. It's a little softer feel, and it doesn't corrode and crumble in your hands after a ton of use. And these things have been through the ringer for sure. And like I said, I'm 6'3", and I weigh about 230 pounds. So they carry my weight fine, and I beat them up pretty good, and they've done the job. I carry a long handle spoon, pretty popular. That's all I need. A windscreen, that's disgusting, it needs to be replaced, but it does the job. And we carry the GSI Outdoors Minimalist Cook Kit. It's a pretty simple cup, and it's a koozie as well with a lid for sipping. Cook in there. Inside I carry a little mini Bic lighter, hot hands to hold the pot with when it's cooking. And I usually have it cooking on this, which is my Snow Peak Giga stove. Stove, fuel, pot, dunzo. One thing about my Snow Peak stove that I really enjoy is that it's got the igniter on the side, which works well in high winds, or if it's really, really cold and my igniter doesn't want to hit, I just pop it with a lighter and it'll pop right on. But usually the igniter switch works. It's just convenient if your hands are really cold and you got gloves on or whatnot. It's nice to have, and it's not that much more expensive than the other stove without it, so why not get it? Just fits nicely in this little, in its own container. When I'm done cooking, I just wash this out. Stove, lighter, hot hands, fingers, in its own little koozie, lid, and it's done. That's the cook system that we use. So yeah, that's it. I can put some descriptions on specific items down in the comment section below. And yeah.